Okay, it's been a few days now, so I got new easy outs came in. These are more proto ones. These are the real small ones. So hopefully those fit inside the hole like that, and we'll be able to get that out of there. Maybe. Give it a light tap. And if we're lucky, it'll unscrew. If it's normal, it won't. It looks like it's coming out. Yep. Was coming. It kind of stopped, but yeah, it's still coming. You can hear the gritty in there. It's getting hard right there. Yep, there it goes over that edge. See parts of the screw chip off or cast iron thread. Looks like we have success. Yep, I can see it. There you go. Look at that. That is what's left of the screw that came out. Good. Alright, let's move this over now. Let's see what we got to work with now. Air pressure here. See the oil blowing up through the top, so that means that hole is definitely feeding through. Alright, so that's what's left of the hole. I can't tell squat with a camera, but on the big TV you'll be able to see real easy. Or a big computer. Alright. Looks like there's still a few threads in there. So that means I should be able to stuff an O-ring up on top where the chamfer is or something and make it seal, maybe. Hopefully. Alright, that's a real small little tap, so let's see what we got to use. Yeah, those look too big. That thread there, if it's the right diameter. Looks like the wrong thread. Wrong size. Can't unscrew that, but you can pull it out. Nice. Alright, let's see what size this is. Take a pair of calipers and measure it, you'll know what thread it is. I'm assuming it's 3/16, which is 189. 188, it is a 3/16. And I'm assuming that this is not. Nope, 167, number 8. Wrong size. We need a 10. This one here, nope, that's not a 10 either. Okay. Back to the bigger ones I first had. We'll find thread ones out. 193, those will be the big ones. It always hurts, doesn't hurt to make sure your threads match up. This is a tapered tap. See how the threads go all the way down here? It's a tapered tap. You're tapering all the way, so you don't cut a full thread until you're in there that deep. That might be a problem with this pump, but it's good for starting. But it's bad for going all the way down, obviously. First part of the threads are good. When I pull that screw out, it chipped off whatever's in the way. Now, do we have a plug tab? So if you look at this one's a plug tab. See how it's only got about 5 threads that are tapered versus a taper tab's got like 7 or 8. See the difference? That's the difference. A bottoming tab will only have 1 or 2 threads for starting. I'm just making sure that the thread here is nice and clean all the way down. He bottomed it out, and he broke the screw. I don't think he broke it by bottoming though, but it doesn't hurt to check while you're doing all this work. Make sure there's no damage. Okay, that went all the way down until it stopped. Don't force it. So that's fine. Okay, so we know the thread hole is good. What I don't know is if the seal's good underneath. The taper hole. So this is the screw he sent me. He said he had a longer one he didn't send me. And this one was too long, too short for the early pump. I don't think there's much difference. So that means this one's probably going to bottom out too. Nope. So it only went in there a little bit and stopped. Okay. Okay, so it goes in there and stops like it's supposed to. So that means the knucklehead pump is a little bit deeper cut than the panhead pump, I guess. So if you look in the inside that hole there, you can see the wiggle of the tapered screw here. The tapered screw goes in there and plugs. The passage comes up through here. At least that's what it's supposed to do. Goes down the pressure gallery down here. So that should shut it off. We still got room for a nut on top and a little bit of a washer, because we're going to have to definitely have a washer because somehow the whole top of the hole has been destroyed. And it looks like we're pretty even all the way around. So if I'm lucky, I'll be finding a little bit of an O-ring or something I can probably put in there maybe with a flat washer. If you have nothing else, you stuff it full of a sealer. It's one of the good places you run silicone. I hate silicone, but this is kind of a place where you need to be. I never did clean the hole all the way up all the way around, so this is not a round hole. You can see how this is cut deeper on this side here than over here. So I gotta make a decision. Do I want to make the hole bigger yet to clean it 100% all the way around, or do I want to leave it the way it is? No, I'm not sure where the hole is, so I think I'm going to go ahead and recountersink that in. I don't know where my direct center point is supposed to be. I guessed on how far off I was before. So if I put a drill bit in the hole and center off of that, I should be able to get a pretty good idea how far off I was on my drill. I know I was pretty close because you can see how thin all that sleeve is, and I'm kind of in the middle of it, so it looks like I'm pretty damn close. Looks to me like I'm within a couple of thou anyway. Which is pretty much where I figured I was going to be, within 3 to 5 I was pretty confident on. I don't know how much closer than I was going to be, but you never know. Okay, that appears to be the hole size. Problem is that center drill is not going to fit in there. It's not going to squeeze down on that one either because it's too small. I don't have a collet that this will squeeze against. Collet will hold it pretty center. The drill chuck kind of walks them around a little bit. I think we're going to have to try to walk it around. This little mini chuck is not going to fit. Nope. I guess we're going to have to try the regular drill chuck. I'm not sure how much deeper I want to go with this thing. I would think as close as I am with this wall thickness here, I'm probably pretty damn close to center. So instead of trying to get that drill bit to find center, I'm just going to measure the thickness of this screw that's left. And I bet you it's within a couple thou. Well, we don't lose it trying to get it off. Ah, it came right off. All right. Now we just take our measuring device here and measure it. 34, turn it 90, 34, turn it 90, 31, turn it 90, 32. What are we at here? 35 on the high side, do 180 over, 34, 31 that way, 31 that way, 33 that way, 33 that way. Appears I'm pretty damn close. It's out of round. I'm within a 1 thou. So there's no reason to change my center point on my countersink up there. So now it just comes down to how much we want to spot face that down. I like to get a nice clean round surface so no ring can bite into something. But I don't really want to go any bigger than I have to, which is the next problem. You have to cover the hole up. That is the trade-off. So basically we have maybe a 1/2 inch diameter max of a screw we can use, washer. This is 3/8, so theoretically we can put this in all the way and still work. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. We'll spot it off. Need some air pressure. Where's this thing on the floor? Alright, so we got power and we got air. Pretty even. Slow the speed down. I think it's safe to say I got it centered within a thou. It's pretty good for guessing. And being half blind. That's what I get accused of all the time. All right. Boom. Okay, I retouched that off to see how bad it is. You can see how it's cleaning all the way around this side, all the way around, and you get over here, you can see all the low spot over there. So you go a little bit deeper. Close to maximum depth. So it's got a pretty good low spot in there still, but it's hitting all the way around now. But You can see it's got a big low spot right there when they drilled in. Everything else looks pretty good all the way around. And there's going to be a decent amount of area for an O-ring to seal against, so I'm not going to go any deeper. So I'm going to leave it at that. I'm going to take this all out, blow it off, and go find an O-ring. So we'll be back.